Hi, everybody, and welcome back into the Cougar Cage as we get ready for a top 25 matchup in the Western States South Conference. The Glendale Vaqueros in town to take on the College of the Canyons Cougars. I'm Matt Robinson, glad to have you along as always. As we said, a very important matchup. Two of the top teams in the Western States Conference. Glendale ranked 17th in the state of California right now on a 7-game winning streak. 7-2 in conference play, sitting in first in the Western States South Conference. College of the Canyons right now ranked 10th in the state of California, 5-3 in conference play, and trying to climb the ladder and get themselves a shot at a Western States Conference South title. Would need a win here today, as that would go a long way against Glendale, as the Cougars have already beat Glendale once this year, a 60-51 win at their place. And if they can pull one off here today, they'd get themselves one game closer in the standings to the Vaqueros, as it's very tight right now as you look at it. Glendale in first at 7-2. Bakersfield and Canyon in second at 5-3, with Bakersfield just ahead of Canyon in terms of the win-losses due to tiebreakers of head-to-head, as Bakersfield beat Canyon earlier in the year, a couple of weeks ago at Bakersfield. The Cougars, as we said, still in the hunt, about a game and a half back, as they've played one less game than Glendale. And a win here today would go a long way to get them closer to potentially winning a WSC-South title, as they need some help down the stretch. As Glendale wins the opening tip, Vaqueros in their red uniforms with gold trim, as a three-pointer from Triu knocked down. And immediately a timeout from Greg Herrick, a rare timeout from Greg Herrick, just 13 seconds into the ball game, as he's not happy with the way the defense set up, as the Cougars not necessarily locked in here right away, as Triu knocks down the three. And Glendale with an early 3-0 lead for the Vaqueros, perhaps one of the hottest teams in the state of California right now, one of 8 teams with winning streaks of 7 or more games right now, and they're maybe considered a surprise team, unranked for most of the season, and they get it done with Jency Cooper and Kayla Warble, as they're the two that kind of run the offense for Glendale. As the Cougars go to work on the offensive side, three-pointer is knocked down out of the timeout by Justice Walters, and the Cougars have evened it at 3-all. As Cooper will drop it off. Here's Triu with a basketball, trying to dribble through traffic. Dumps it to Warble. She drives, was blocked by Lulu Saloom, as those two will go at it today. Warble this year, 12 double-doubles on the season. She averages 14 and 11, is 19th in the state in rebounds. And Lulu Saloom averaging a double-double as well, 16 and 15. She's third in California in rebounds per game. As that one tipped on the inbound, taken by Canyons. Cougars in their yellow uniforms moving to our left as they try and get it ahead, but Saloom wasn't ready for it. Samana trying to feed it inside, and it's a turnover by Canyons. Here's Triu, dumps it off to Cooper. She gets free, but it was blocked by Faye Bless, able to come back and get a hand on it. And both Cooper and Warble this year, 5'9" and 5'11", two of the taller players on the floor. Cooper very athletic, as she's able to drive and lay it in. As you see the athleticism on display that time. She averages 12.5 a game and plays 32 minutes on average, as the Cougars again try and force it inside to Saloom, and that time Warble got her hand on it. The Cougars able to get it back. Samana inside to Walters, off of Walters' hands, out of play as it was tipped by Dell. And another turnover by Canyons. Cougars coming off a loss, as they lost 75-71 here the other day against LA Valley College in a game that most would say Canyons should have won. As Warble loose on the inside again, she'll knock it down. And Glendale off to a hot start with a 7-3 lead. Jumper no good. Again, Glendale will run the floor as they run a quick-paced offense as that one out off of the Vaqueros as Maganyan couldn't save it. Canyons will get the ball back. Canyons wants to push the pace. Glendale not afraid to match them, pushing the pace as well, as Joel Weiss in his 5th season as the head coach has his team in first right now in the Western States South Conference. It's Fabless, a 3, air ball. Saloom can't save it. It's Glendale basketball. Greg Herrick, the head coach of COC in his 29th season, 30th year as the head coach. Of course, Canyons did not play during the COVID-19 pandemic last year. At 607 career wins. 608 would get the Cougars one game closer to Glendale as a travel called on Deanna Dell. So here's Canyons back to work. Walters a 3, air ball, as that's the second time the Cougars have missed everything on a three-pointer, and there's just not a lot of energy on the floor right now from Canyons, as they seem very flat here early on, 3 minutes into the ball game. Stringu will send it over to Cooper. Cooper wants to take Walters off the dribble. Instead, she has to stop it up. Dell will put up a 3, bounces off a couple of parts of the rim, and a tip rebound comes to Glendale. They get it inside. Roble against Saloom. Had it partially blocked. Got her own rebound and put it back. You can see the length there. Saloom at 6 foot. Roble at 5'11". So the matchup inside today will be an interesting one between those two. As Saloom trying to get loose. Wants to turn and face up. Cougars will play it over to Walters. Roble right there to guard her. Walters' jumper rattles home as it hit off the back of the rim and found its way in. So Walters has all 5 points for the Cougars here early on. So they trail 9-5. Cooper loose underneath, tried to the reverse lay-in, couldn't get it to go. Samana will come back up the floor with it. Diaz on the catch, will get it to Saloom. They double her. She gets it to Samana. 3-pointer, good. And the Cougars back within 1. So Canyons on a 5-0 run. And Samana, who doesn't score a lot, averages just 7 a game, knocks down a 3 there. And the energy looks like it's picked up just a bit here for Canyons after the opening 3 minutes where they looked a bit flat. Maganyan with the basketball now. Wants to get it inside. Roble against Diaz, got loose, and she lays it home. Roble already with 6. As Glendale doing a good job to free her up. Fabless. Samana wants to get it inside. Now Samana will slow it down. Here's Fabless. Now to Saloom outside the 3-point line. Up to Walters. Walters will kick back. Fabless on the wing. Guarded by Cooper. Now they get it inside to Saloom at the block. She'll put up a little turnaround jumper over the top of Roble, and it's good. So 1-point game, 3-pointer from Dell gets stuck in the rim, and that's going to take a minute to get that out of there. As the athletic director for College of the Canyons, Chad Peters, going to go find the broom. They'll try with a basketball first. So they're going to ask Danny Diaz to do it, and she gets it done. Had that happen a few times this year. A couple of times in the men's game, we've gotten balls stuck up on the railings up above the basket that hold the backboard up. Taking a couple of minutes to get him down, but this time it works quickly. As Saloom hit the bottom of the backboard, got the ball back, got it to Fabless. Her jumper was short. It's the 3rd time today that the Cougars have had a look and just have not had enough oomph on the shot. As a good pass from Onganyan to free up Roble, who gets her own rebound on the initial miss and puts it in. Samana, early shot clock, 3 no good. Saloom with inside position gets the rebound, and the Cougars get a reset. Walters on the near side, puts up a 3, and it's good. She ties the game at 13. Walters now with 8 as she leads the Cougars so far early in the ball game, a little over 4 minutes in. So 13 all. That one nearly taken away by Canyons, and it's going to be a turnover as Boyanyan couldn't keep the handle on it, dribbled it out of play. Canyons will have a chance to take their first lead in the ball game as we're tied at 13, 3:25 to go here in the first quarter. Walters with a three-pointer, and she knocks it down again. Walters red hot to start, 3 for 4 from 3, and it's a 3-point Canyons lead at 16-13 here in the first quarter. Cooper wanting to work off the dribble. Delgado, she'll put up a 3, and she knocks it down, able to match Walters, and we're tied at 16. Two very good teams punching and throwing counter punches here early on. Turnover by the Cougars as Faiblesse mishandles. And a sub going to come in here for Canyons as Natalie Satamian going to take over for Faiblesse. Here's Delgado, the freshman out of Granada Hills. They'll work it around to Roble. Now to Cooper, back into Roble, who was against Walters that time. A little mismatch in terms of size. And Roble makes it work as she misses the first but gets her own rebound. Already with 5 rebounds, 10 points in the ball game. As it's 18-16 Glendale. Here with 2:25 to go in the first quarter. Satamian will send it to Walters. She'll get it to Saloom, who'll put it on the floor. Little jump stop off the glass and good. Ties the game at 18. Second bucket of the day for Saloom. Cooper tried to throw it into the corner. Delgado couldn't handle. Canyons will go back to work offensively. Here's Samana. Satamian now to Saloom on the far wing. Up top to Walters. Walters going to be called for a travel, little stutter step. So turnovers happening on each side. As Megan Delgado will run the point here for Glendale. Directing traffic, we'll send it to Cooper. Cooper catches, runs right into the paint, dumps it off. Roble an easy basket. And you can see why those two work so well together. Cooper, who out of Perth, Australia, like you said, is 5'9", but she is very slick with the basketball, moves very well. And Roble just kind of finds her place on the floor. As an offensive foul called against Walters. Gagnon will come in to take over for Deani Dell. So a 20-18 lead. A minute 10 to go here in the first quarter. Boyajian going to be fouled. Satamian going to be called for the foul. And we'll get our first foul shots of the game. Sani Boyajian, 45% from the line this year. Makes the first. 3-point Glendale lead. Second one, no good. Hit the front of the rim. Diaz with an easy rebound. Cougars trying to get Walters loose underneath the basket. She's blocked by Boyajian. It's Boyajian at 5'7" against Walters, who is listed at 5'7", but might be just a little bit smaller lengthwise in terms of the arms against the guard, Ani Boyajian. Foul going to be called against Glendale. Substitution coming in. Sophie Hawkins going to take over here for Jency Cooper. Here's Saloom to Walters, three-pointer. Short, rebound Satamian. The Cougars get a reset here. So a heat check for Walters that time from three. She's already hit three today. Cougars trying to get Saloom free. She'll put it on the floor this time. Dumps it off to Diaz, over. Samana, three, too much. Roble the rebound. Ganya in the outlet. Brings it ahead with 2 left in the first quarter. Three-pointer Delgado, no good. And at the end of 10 minutes of...
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Glendale with the basketball out of the first quarter break. We go to the second quarter. Quick pace to this one so far. Hawkins with the basketball to Roble. Doesn't put up a lot of threes, and she'll dish it off. Boyajian trying to drive, throws it off the glass, didn't get it to fall. Saloom with the rebound. Faye Bless will run it up the floor and slow things down. Faye Bless will be the point guard right now with Samana on the bench. Satamian catches on the near side. To Diamond Davis, now back to Faye Bless. She'll set up the offense. Here's Walters. Now to Saloom, back to Faye Bless. 9 to shoot, inside to Walters, spins to face up. Drives baseline, gets underneath and puts it in. Walters with a good start to the game. She gets that one to fall. She's now got 13. As the overwhelming scorer right now for Canyons. She's got the hot hand. As here's Hawkins with the basketball for Glendale. Boyajian with it will try and drive against Satamian, and she'll be fouled away from the basket. And actually, it's going to be a foul on Glendale, I'm sorry, away from the basketball. It's going to go against, no, it's actually going to be called on Boyajian for a little push-off here. Didn't see who the official signaled. It was the far official on the far side of the floor, who was a good 40 feet away from the play, it seemed like. So 1-point game, 21-20. Satamian will move it over to Saloom, who's directing traffic. Now she'll put it on the floor. Works into the paint, kicks it back to Satamian. Now to Faye Bless. 10 to work for the Cougars here. Saloom driving, puts up a little jumper. No good. Davis with the rebound. The putback is there. Count it and the foul. As Diamond Davis will go to the line. Her first bucket of the day. As Davis knocks down the foul shot, a 65% foul shooter. And the Cougars with a 2-point lead, 23-21 here in the second quarter. Here's Hawkins. Tried to get it up to Delgado. Faye Bless nearly stole it. Delgado able to bring it to the basket. She's fouled by Satamian. And that's a good foul by Satamian to take away a bucket for Delgado and send her to the line. Delgado just a 50% foul shooter this year. Only averages about 7.5. And as we've seen already today, is pretty much a spot shooter. Can run the point a bit. But for Joel Weiss, they ask her to dish the basketball and put up threes. She shoots about 32% from three-point as she knocks down both foul shots pretty smoothly that time, and it's back to a 23-23 game. So here's Faye Bless, who's been quiet so far. Davis, little dribble drive, floater in the lane is good. Davis showing some athleticism there, puts it on the floor, gets the bucket, and it's back to a 2-point lead. She's got 5 now for Canyons. So here's Delgado. Talked about the three-point shooting. That one off the backboard. Tip rebound found its way to Satamian. And here comes Faye Bless. Up the floor for Canyons. Drives, had it swatted out of her hands by Oganyan, but it'll stay with Canyons here. Satamian gonna come off. Jasmine Washington into the game. So the Cougars opt for a different package here as Walters wants to work off the dribble, lost the basketball. I think she ran into Boyajian there. Kind of just knocked her for a little bit of a loop. Oganyan now with it and got it to Boyajian, who travels, and it's Canyons basketball. The Cougars go back to work with a 2-point lead, 25-23. Just over 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Washington will send it to Saloom, straight away beyond the 3-point line. Wanted to get it to Walters, did. Walters will step back, put up a jumper, missed it. Davis able to save it, but put it right into the hands of Triu, who will send it ahead. Roble working against Saloom. Had it blocked, good block by Saloom. And then Roble gonna be called for a foul as she ran over Walters from behind after she picked up the basketball. Good block by Saloom that time. Here's Saloom working on the offensive side. Canyons will swing it to the near side. Now back to Saloom. Tries to work underneath, had it blocked as Roble was there. And so the two leading scorers from each side showing their defensive prowess. As Saloom with a defensive rebound that time. Canyons will bring it back the other way. Faye Bless. Davis gonna be called for, nope, a foul gonna be called, and it's gonna send Davis to the line. Thought maybe she was gonna get called for an extra step, but the official says it's a foul. So Davis with a good little start to this one will get to the line, misses the first. Second is good. So Canyons with a 3-point lead. Boyajian drives, misses as the shot was altered by the Canyons defense. And here's Faye Bless back the other way. Now to Davis. And the Cougars will slow it down here. Nine to shoot. Walters will put it up. Too strong. Rebound battled for and dug out by Triu. Boyajian will send it up high. Gagnon will put it on the floor, dumps it underneath to Roble. That one was halfway down and found its way out. She misses on the second chance, misses on the third chance, and Saloom able to rip the rebound away from her, but was called for a foul. Or called for a travel, I'm sorry. I got Greg Herrick off the bench, and he's upset. So, tough sequence there for Canyons. As you do have an argument that there could have been a foul there on the tie-up, as the two players were kind of just wrapped together. As Roble behind Saloom, able to put it in. Here comes Fabless back the other way. It's a one-point game. She'll put up a jumper from just outside the free throw line. Didn't get it to fall. Fabless, tough shooting so far. 0 for 3. Ahead to Boyanjian, and she'll put it in. So Glendale back with a one-point lead. Good fast break that time by the Vaqueros. As they lead 27-26, 4:35 to go here in the first half. As Fabless with the basketball. They work it over to Davis. She'll put up a three. Air ball. Saloom trying to save it, but she stepped on the baseline. And Saloom will come out. Gagnon with the basketball will move it to Cooper. Gagnon now puts it on the floor. Boyanjian wants to work it inside. Roble has it stolen away for a moment by Davis. It's a tie-up on the floor. It's Canyons basketball. Samana going to come back in, take over for Jasmine Washington after a little break here in the second. Walters wants to drive baseline. They work it around to Davis. She has it stolen by Cooper. Just need Cooper on the breakaway. We'll lay it in. It's a three-point Glendale lead. 29-26, and Cooper with another steal, uses the length that time to get it away, but then Fabless coming back, takes it back from her. Walters, now to Fabless on the near side wing. Wants to work off the dribble. Davis thought about a three, now to Samana with 7 to shoot. She'll have to get busy. Works in isolation against Gagnon. Will step back, put up a jumper, knocked it down. Three-pointer is good. Tie game at 29. Samana with her second three of the ball game. She's now got 6. Inside of 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Gagnon trying to get it to Cooper. Cooper now wants to work it to Roble against Diaz, and Diaz just stands tall, and Roble puts it up over the basket and misses. Back the other way, Samana running. Will dump it off. Davis, little jumper from the side, no good. Little too flat on the shot, didn't have enough arc on it. And back the other way comes Glendale. Boyanjian. Send it over to Gagnon, who now gets it up to Cooper. Cooper wants to work off the dribble, guarded by Diaz, sends it over, three-pointer on the way from Dell, no good. Boyanjian with the rebound on the inside, she puts it back. And Ani now with 5 points in the game. Got her first rebound of the ball game as well. Fabless for Canyons, trailing by 2. Davis spots up, finds an open look, knocks it down from the near side wing. And it's tied at 31 all. Gagnon guarded tightly by Samana. will dump it off to Cooper, who's going to direct traffic here. Dell, back to Cooper, near side. Fakes, throws it into the corner, three-pointer on the way, no good. Walters with the rebound, and she'll outlet to Samana. Cougars want to push the floor the other way. Samana wants to drive, dumps it inside. Davis faces up, now gets it back to Samana. And the Cougars will get into a half-court set. Walters, three on the way, air ball. Ball loose. Glendale steps on the baseline. There's an argument there should have been a foul there, as Davis, and they actually do decide to call the foul on Davis. Took a second. I was going to say, yep, there's an argument there, but the argument now is not there because it's just clearly called. Zoganian with the basketball. Samana staying tight to her. And then Samana going to be called for a hand check here. So we're inside of a minute to go. 45 left here in the first half. Rajan sends it inside. Oganian with the basketball will dish it. Delgado drives, puts it up, and gets it to fall. So a 2-point Glendale lead. Shot clock is off. 25 seconds to go here in the first half. It's a tight game between two top 25 teams. Davis will send it to Saloom. Now Fabless. With 10 to go. Gets it to Davis, air ball. That one was well flat. And it'll leave 7.8 for Glendale, who can go 2 for 1 here, as they have the possession arrow going into halftime at the moment. Delgado will sprint it up the floor. 3 seconds left in the first half. Delgado to the corner. Moyagin's three, no good, and that'll end the first half. Glendale a 33-31 lead over Canyons. We'll take a timeout. Welcome back into the Cougar cage as we go to work in the second half. Glendale with a 33-31 lead. They'll have the basketball. As they get Roble free on the first play of the second half, she puts it in. Much like the start of the game, Glendale gets a bucket, and an easy one on a well-designed play. So here's Simana. Now to Saloom. Saloom gets into the paint, had it partially blocked, but Walters there on the follow-up, and Walters puts it home. She's got 15 now. As Walters has been the hottest hand on the floor for the Cougars today. Roble had it poked out of her hands from Diaz. Walters nearly comes away with a steal, and they say it went out off O'Gagnon, so it's going to be Canyons basketball here. That'll be what COC needs to do, pick up the defensive pressure as this one continues on. As here's Simana with the basketball. We'll get it to Faye Bless, who's been quiet today. Faye Bless doesn't have any points. Walters tied up. Possession arrow with Canyons, so they'll keep control. And you look, think if you're Canyons, considering that both Saloom and Faye Bless, who are part of your big three along with Walters, have just a combined 4 points, is that one thrown away on the inbound. You're a little concerned that they haven't scored, but the fact that you're only down 2 is a positive as you try and take positives away as the game goes on. As Cooper with it. Now Trieu, who opened the game with a 3, misses on that one. Dell able to pick up the long rebound and send it back up to Trieu. There's O'Gagnon now going to work. Trieu trying to drive into the paint. She's going to be called for a travel. Little bunny hop, couple of steps. Wasn't happy with it. Kind of waved her hand at the official as she ran back up the floor. But it seemed like a pretty easy call. So Canyons gets a turnover in their favor, and they go back to work trailing by 2. Here's Walters against Cooper. Gets it to Saloom. They work it around to Faye Bless. She'll try and drive. Stops, had the shot altered. Rebound, Saloom picks it up and dumps it back to Walters as she fell down to the floor. Here's Simana. Now to Saloom. Roble right on top of her, and Saloom just throws it right into the hands of Cooper, who read the play well, gets an easy lay-in on the other side. And then Danny Diaz fell down, and she laughed at herself after she did. Sniper kind of got her in the building, tripped over the three-point line maybe, but she's all right. She's laughing about it. So it's 37-33. Cougars have telegraphed a few things here early on in this second half. Samana 3, short. Saloom able to save it. Walters able to get it. Got it back to Samana. Samana just waiting to try and find a way to get through the defense. Gets it to Walters. Three-pointer is good. Justice Walters now with 18. 10th game this year with multiple threes. And she's one off her season high of 5. She gets a steal there. Took it right out of the hands of Cooper. Ahead to Faiblesse. Stops at the block and puts up a shot that doesn't go. And then her and Oganyan fall down to the floor, and a foul going to be called against Faiblesse. It's the first personal on Faiblesse, who's 0 for 5 from the floor today. Cooper bounce pass, Roble tied up. Got it back to Oganyan. She'll put up a wide open 3, but missed it. Rebound taken by Dell. Dell back to Oganyan. Wanted to get it back, but Faiblesse coming back to take it away before it got into the hands of Triyu, and she'll send it to Samana. Dumps it inside. Saloom, triple teamed. Got it to Diaz. Over to Walters. Three-pointer in the lead! Walters now with 21, 4 off a season high, has matched her season high in threes in a game with 5. And the Cougars get a defensive stop. Saloom took down the board. Samana runs it ahead. Samana into the paint, throws it off the glass, no good. Rebound dug out, goes off of Canyons, they say. Nope, the officials are going to get together and talk about it, and they're going to change it, and I think properly that time. As Saloom had it taken out of her hands by both Oganyan and Triyu, they were the last to touch it. And Canyons will get a reset and the ball back. Roble back in. She trots back out on the floor. Saloom looking to try and get it in. We'll just get it short to Walters. Now to Samana. So the Cougars will go in a half-court set. Walters, Saloom, now Faiblesse. Faiblesse has had trouble against Cooper today. Just has not been able to find good looks. Saloom, little turnaround jumper, no. Got her own rebound, the putback is there. Saloom with just her 3rd bucket of the day and her first of the second half. And the Cougars have extended the lead to 4. 41-37, halfway through the 3rd quarter. Boyajian tried to dump it off to Cooper, taken away by Walters, who can't dribble it as she took a dribble and stopped, wanted to outlet it, and just didn't have anybody coming to her. Now here's Samana. Faiblesse backs it off to Saloom, working against Roble. Now Faiblesse with 10. Samana wants to take defender off the dribble. She's fouled. You can count the bucket as they give her the continuation, and it'll send her to the line. Samana now with 8, can make it 9. She gets to the line, a 72% foul shooter. This will be just the 4th free throw of the game for Canyons. There's only been 4 for Glendale in the game. Samana can't get it to go. Cooper and Saloom are tied up, and they say possession arrow Glendale. But she'll take that on a contested rebound for Canyons. You get the possession arrow back in your favor. It's a 6-point lead. Triyu takes Faiblesse off the dribble, kicks it back. Boyajian three-pointer, no good. Cooper able to get the board. and then ran into Diaz, and Diaz is going to be called for a foul. That was kind of wrong place, wrong time for Diaz. Just her first foul. As Cooper gets free, couldn't get a shot away. Roble now tries to drive. Got it back, Delgado, three-pointer, good. Nice shot from Delgado. And that's where she fits into this Glendale offense, the ability to shoot threes, as she knocks another one down. She's got 7. Lead back down to 3. Turnover by Canyons as Roble gets the takeaway. Mayajin into the corner. Delgado again. Triu now backs off. Here's Roble, guarded by Saloom. Got it to Mayajin, who wants to drive. Now to Delgado, three-pointer to tie. Yes, it's there. Third three of the game for Delgado, and the game tied at 43. So the Cougars had it going for a moment. Now Glendale has it going, and we're all even at 43. 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Go back to work. Glendale with the ball. Carols will bring it up the floor. Cooper inside, Roble against Walters. High off the glass, no. Contested rebound, tied up. No, a foul going to be called. It's going to go against Diaz, I'm sure. No, it actually goes against Walters that time for the tie-up. Foul with 2:55. It's a second on Walters. Inbound to Roble, and it's out off of Canyons as Diaz got a hand in there. Diaz will come off. Davis will come on. Here's Delgado. Couple of threes here in the second half to get the game tied. Triu with a three, no good. Saloom able to pull down the rebound. And Glendale throws everybody back on defense. Try and take away the fast break for Canyons, make them set up in the half court. Here's Simana. Satamian in the game, gets it to Walters. Walters, who has 5 threes, had it poked out by Cooper. It's Canyons basketball. Walters 8 of 14 from the floor for 21 points. She has been the go-to here today. 6 to shoot for Canyons. Simana, bounce pass, Walters, jumper. Oh, it's halfway down and rolled out. Nearly had her 9th bucket of the ball game. Triu back the other way for Glendale. Here's Cooper trying to take Davis off the dribble and does. Cooper now with 8. Glendale back with a 2-point lead, 45-43. Cougars keep it around the perimeter. Saloom. Walters. Wanted to get it down low. Delgado stepped on the sideline. They try and get Saloom free on the inbound. She'll get a look at it. She'll go to the line here. The foul on Roble. As they say, it's a blocking foul. Saloom misses the first. Saloom 71% from the line. And there's not been a lot of foul shots today, so you got to make them if you're Canyons. This will be just the 6th foul shot in the ball game. Saloom makes it, so it's a 1-point game, 45-44. 1:35 to go here in the third. Triu will hand it to Roble. Now Delgado, who's got 13 in the game. Got it to Triu. She knocks down a 3, and Glendale with a 4-point lead. Second 3 of the day for Hannah Triu. She's now got 6. So now the Cougars will have to bounce back. There's Samana. Saloom drives baseline around Roble. Wanted to dump it to Walters, and Cooper stepped in the passing lane to take it away. Glendale going to slow it down here inside of a minute to go. Delgado wide open, look for 3, left that one short. Samana takes it. Cougars going to try and push here a little bit. Samana driving, dumps it inside. Satamian scored in the foul. So Natalie Satamian with her first bucket of the day. And she'll go to the line, 63% from the stripe this year. She knocks it down, completes the 3-point play. And with 30.6 to go here in the third quarter, it's 48-47. So Canyon's a little bounce back. Triu bringing it across the timeline. 5-second difference, or actually a half a second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. As Davis with a steal, stepped in the passing lane, stops, puts it in. Canyon's in the lead by 1, 49-48. Good play by Diamond Davis that time. There's 4 to work. Delgado drives. Floater, no, but a foul going to be called. Delgado will get to the line. So Delgado at the line, misses the first. 1.4 to go. Satamian way down on the other side of the floor off your screen. Delgado misses the second. Rebound, Samana. And Samana thought she should have gotten a shooting foul called in her favor that time, but the officials say no, so we end the third quarter. 49-48, Canyon's in the lead. Fourth quarter we go, 49-48. Canyons with the basketball out of the break. So it's been tight pretty much the whole way. Neither team with a lead over 6 points. Here's Walters. Cooled off a bit late in the third quarter. Didn't get that one to fall. That's the second time Walters has had one that was halfway down the cylinder, and somehow the basketball gods not letting it fall. Sometimes you're hot and sometimes things just won't fall. And that's a couple of instances where they did not. Walters has taken 15 field goals in the ball game. Roble has taken 17 field goal attempts. They've each made 8. There's Walters. Puts it on the floor, goes between her legs, dumps it on to Davis on the inside. Davis hit the side of the backboard as she ran herself out of room. There's Delgado in a 1-point game. She has had a nice game today. 9th time in double figures for her today. Boyajian drives, no good. Tie up under the basket, Glendale basketball. For Delgado as well, her 11th game with multiple threes in the ball game. And she's just 3 off her season high of 16. Roble in the paint, had it knocked away by Davis. It's out off of Davis, so it's Glendale basketball again. Delgado. Works to her left, now back to her right. Sent it to Trieu, who mishandled it, got it back. Gonna take Davis off the dribble, runs right to the basket, lays it in. Glendale with a 50-49 lead. That's a tough assignment for Davis against the guard Trieu. Satamian. Guarded by Delgado, will put it on the floor. Now Samana. Inside, Walters spins it underneath to Saloom. Dropped it to Walters, who was able to reestablish herself after she ran out. Now she gets it inside. Davis underneath puts it in, wide open as she was left alone as they went to double Saloom and left Diamond Davis all alone. She's in double figures with 10. 7th time this year for her that she's hit double digits, as a foul going to be called on Satamian. And Boyajian going to run to the foul line to shoot here. Danny Diaz back in. Davis with at least a point and a rebound in 22 games this year, including today. Boyajian splits the foul shot, so we're even at 51. Back to a tie ball game, 7:56 to go. Simano will bring it up the floor. Satamian now looking as they try and get Saloom loose, and that time Saloom is fouled on the inlet pass by Roble. Faiblesse back into the game as they bring Samana off the floor. Faiblesse directing traffic here. Walters on the near wing. Goes baseline. Dumps it off. Faiblesse not going to get it to go as she got rolled into by Trieu. They say the foul was on the floor, and so I think it was a block as Walters was driving. So the second foul on Glendale here in the 4th quarter as Canyons with the basketball will go to work. Saloom, dribble drive into the paint, little right-handed hook, didn't go. Roble with the rebound will dump it off to Aganyan, who's back in the game, and she'll run it up the floor. Cooper will put up a 3, got it. Nice shot from Cooper, left wide open. Her first 3 of the ball game, and it's a 3-point Glendale lead. Cooper in double figures with 11 now. 14th time she's hit 10 or more. So the Cougars get it into Faiblesse, and that time she puts it in. First bucket of the day for Monique Faiblesse. Comes with 6:50 to go, or 6:40 to go in the 4th quarter, as then Cooper gets free on the other side for another easy bucket. She's now got 13. And the lead right back to 6. Or excuse me, to 3. Faiblesse with the basketball. Samana will put up a 3. Got it! Nice shot from Samana. And then a timeout called by Greg Herrick. 56 all, 6:16 to go. It's 56 all, 6:16 to go. Glendale basketball as we come back in here to the Cougar cage. Try and take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard when we get a moment. See if we can find the other Western States Conference games. It's Glendale with the basketball going to work here. Oganyan with it. Wanting to send it onto the far side. Instead gets it to Boyajian. Back to Oganyan now. They work it around to Delgado. Roble, 8 to shoot. Back towards Oganyan. Cougars in a zone, switching everything here. Three-pointer, good from Boyajian, and then she got run into and said something to the official on the way. Thought she maybe should have gotten fouled, but knocked it down. It's a three-point lead for Glendale. Foul away from the basketball here on Glendale. It's the third foul on Glendale, so Canyons will inbound from underneath. So look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Antelope Valley and Bakersfield, very important game. Tied at 36 with 3:50 to go. So this one thrown into the back court. It's going to be over and back on Canyons. West LA and LA Valley, 28-26, LA Valley in the lead. And then Citrus today playing Pasadena, leading 44-39. As Roble, free, easy bucket. And the lead now 5. Walters drives baseline, stops it up, gets it back to Samana. 9 to shoot. Samana wants to take Delgado off the dribble, instead stops it up. Gets it to Diaz, now to Saloom, little jumper with 2 to go, knocks it down. Stops a 5-0 run. Gets it back to a 3-point game inside of 4:35 to go. Here's Cooper. She's had a nice game once again. 13. It's the 16th time she's had 5 points and 4 rebounds in a game. Roble misses. Weiss wanted a foul, was all the way down the baseline. Didn't get it. Samana back the other way. Canyons can tie with a 3 or get it back to a 1-point game as they try and work Saloom free. Instead, they'll have to play it back to Samana. 15 to work. Now Saloom, near side wing, just outside the 3-point line. To Walters. Walters, stutter step, gets it back. Samana, 3-pointer. She's fouled, and she's going to go to the line. As the closeout runs right into Samana. And it's a 2, as they say she had her toe on the line. So she'll shoot 2 here. Samana knocks down the first. Malia now with 12. Her, Walters, and Davis, the only Cougars in double figures. Roble, Cooper, and Delgado in double figures for Glendale. As Samana makes both, it's a 1-point game. 61-60, 3:44 to go. Delgado will bring it up the floor. Oganyan now. Samana tried to strip her, knocked it out of her hands. Oganyan able to get it back. Samana still with her, and then a timeout called by Joel Weiss as he wasn't happy with the offensive set for Glendale. We'll take a break, 3:29 to go here in the game. 61.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
$61-60, Glendale in the lead. trying to hold on. What would be a pretty significant win for the Vaqueros, as it would push them to 8-2 with 3 games left, or actually 2 games left in the conference season for them. Canyons with 3 left in the conference season. And it would even out the scales in terms of wins and losses against Canyons this year. Give them even more of an inside track to the conference championship. As here's Delgado. Roble. Now Oganyan with the basketball. Got it to Cooper, who wants to dribble. Instead, we'll get it back to Oganyan, wanting to drive with 3 to shoot. Gets it back to Delgado. She needs to put one up. Does, just before the shot clock expires, and knocks it down. Delgado now with 15, one off her season high. The lead back to 3. As Simana will go back to work. Davis will put up a jumper from the foul line, no good. Rebound tips around. Davis trying to save it, and she cannot bounce it off of a Vaquero as she runs out of bounds. It'll be Glendale basketball with a 3-point lead, 2:42 to go. I keep getting Davis and Diaz's names backwards. Lots of double D names in the roster for Canyons. As a 3-pointer from Cooper is good, and it's a 6-point lead. Really, there's 3 of them today. Annie Dell as well, so. It's Faiblesse, a 3, no good. Walters pulls down the rebound, gets it back to Faiblesse. Still time, so the Cougars don't need to panic, but they need buckets. Simana, 3, no. Roble, the rebound. And Glendale gonna take their time with 2 minutes left. Cougars need a stop here. Timeout called by Joel Weiss with 14 left on the shot clock. Take a break as well, 1:51 to go. Final break.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
Six-point Glendale lead, 1:51 to go. Vaqueros with the basketball here. As neither team is led by more than 6. If you're COC, you need a stop right now. As they inbound to Delgado. Made that last-second shot a few moments ago. Triu will put up a 3, and she knocked it down. The lead is 9. Canyons needs to get busy now as we're 90 seconds away. Tie up on the floor. Canyons will retain possession. Glendale going to bring in subs here. So Gagnon going to take over for Triu here. Saloom to bring it in. will throw it to Walters. Walters has 5 threes in the game. They could use one more here. She puts up a deep 2 that's too long. Rebound by Roble. Canyons backs everybody off. As we're 75 seconds remaining in the game. Cooper just runs around every Cougar on the floor and lays it home. The lead is 11. And now Canyons really going to need something to get going here in a hurry, as you need lots of threes and in a hurry. Fabless will put up one. Air ball. Walters able to get the rebound. Simana wants to drive into the paint, kicks it back. Davis air ball. 6 to shoot. And Fabless is fouled. But the more that happens for Canyons, the worse. They need to knock down shots over and over. So that's only the 4th team foul. Canyons needs to put up threes here. So they get it into Simana. Need to put it up. Simana stops her dribble, gets it to Fabless. At some point you got to throw one up. Instead the Cougars turn it over. And with 33 seconds left in the game and an 11-point lead, Glendale looks like they're going to move to 8-2 on the year. That'll drop Canyons to 5-4 and make it very tough for them down the stretch to even make the playoffs at this point. Likely knock them out of the top 10. As Glendale will throw it ahead to Cooper. Walters almost stole it, and then Walters going to be charged with a foul. It's 29.9 left. 2-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Is Ogania going to take a timeout? And actually, they're not. They're going to give a foul to Davis, but the official's now going to talk about it, whether the foul happened before the timeout. And they say they called the timeout before the foul. So 30-second timeout, 29.9 left, 71-60. Glendale leading. And outside of a Canyons miracle right now, Vaqueros should move to 8-2, 17-5 on the year, and push their winning streak up to 8. For Canyons, it was a bit of an off night for 2 of the big 3. Saloom with 14 rebounds, 9 points. Fabless just 2 points in the ball game. Outside of Justice Walters, Leah Simana with their 21 and 13 and the 12 from Diamond Davis. Canyons probably lucky they've been in this one as long as they have. As Glendale got their big guns to roll. Cooper and Roble both with 18. Delgado added 15. Glendale, I think, going to just let the shot clock run out, take a shot clock violation here as Canyons not fouling. Trio will kick it back to Delgado. Shot clock violation, 3 seconds left in the ball game. So Glendale ices it and they'll take the win. Canyons will drop to 16 and I believe 7 on the year, 5-4 in conference play, and will need to win their final 3 down the stretch to give themselves a chance, including that game against Bakersfield. Pending the outcome of that game tonight, as we'll take one final look at the scoreboard on the out of town. AVC beating Bakersfield 47-40 right now in the 3rd. So that's an interesting one, but Glendale takes the win, 71-60. As that'll do it for us here today. Make sure you join us on Friday for more action here on the Cougar Sports Network, as we'll have baseball 2 p.m. against Allen Hancock from Cougar Field. Have a great rest of the day.